In this lesson, we're going to talk about something that can completely transform your content. Not by adding more complexity, but by making it more human. Storytelling. Because if you look around, people are exposed to hundreds of messages every day. Ads, offers, people trying to sell something. And what happens over time is that people start ignoring all of it. They scroll past it. They don't pay attention. But something interesting happens when a story begins. People stop. They listen. They want to know what happens next. And that's the shift. You're no longer competing for attention. You're holding it. At its core, storytelling is very simple. It's the art of telling a story. That's it. No complicated definition, no technical language, just sharing an experience in a way that someone else can follow, understand, and feel. Because storytelling is not about information, it's about connection. It's about making someone feel like they're part of what you're saying. Now, why is storytelling so powerful? Because people don't connect with information. They connect with experiences. They connect with situations that feel familiar, with emotions they've already felt. When someone hears a story, they don't just listen. They imagine. They place themselves inside that situation. And when that happens, they stay. They pay attention. They want to know the outcome. Think about this. Have you ever started watching a series and told yourself, just one episode? And then suddenly, you've watched 3, 4, 5 episodes. You lose track of time. You forget what you were doing. You just keep watching. Why? Because of the story. You want to know what happens next. You're emotionally invested. That's exactly what you want in your content. Not distraction, engagement. Now here's the real advantage. People are tired of being sold to. They recognize it immediately, and they resist it. But a story doesn't feel like selling. It feels natural. It feels real. It feels human. And because of that, people lower their guard. They listen more. They trust more. And that trust is what leads to conversion. Now let's bring structure into this, because storytelling is not random. It follows a pattern, a simple 4-part structure: before, struggle, solution, transformation. This structure works because it mirrors real life. It feels natural, and it's easy to follow. Every story starts somewhere. This is the before, the situation at the beginning. What was happening before the change? What was missing? What was not working? And also, what the person wanted, the desired outcome, the goal. This sets the context. It helps the audience understand where everything begins. Then comes the struggle. And this is one of the most important parts, because this is where people connect the most. The attempts, the frustration, the things that didn't work. This is what makes the story real, because no one relates to perfection. People relate to effort, to challenges, to difficulty. Then something changes. A solution appears, a new approach, a different way of doing things. This is the turning point. The moment where things start making sense, where there is direction. And this is where your product or your idea naturally fits in. And finally, the transformation, the result, the outcome, the change. What is different now? What has improved? What has been achieved? And this is what people care about. Not the process alone, but where it leads. Because when they see the transformation, they start imagining it for themselves. And that's when storytelling becomes powerful. I'll see you in the next lesson.